Hi, I'm here to talk to you about hummingbirds and torpor. Torpor is an energy saving strategy that over 200 species of birds and mammals use. Torpor involves a controlled reduction of body temperature and metabolic rate to save energy. Here you'll see that humans maintain a high body temperature despite ambient temperatures getting cold. Hummingbirds are known to be able to use deep torpor, where they drop their body temperature sometimes by more than 30 degrees Celsius and save a bunch of energy by doing that. Some species, like pigeons, are able to use shallow torpor, where they drop their body temperature just 5 to 10 degrees Celsius and save some energy. But only one mousebird species so far has been found to use both shallow and deep torpor. And this species had to be fasted over multiple days to induce this happening. So we wanted to know if other bird species, like hummingbirds, are able to use a combination of both shallow and deep torpor. We did this by studying three species of hummingbirds. One is the small black-chinned hummingbird, and the second was the blue-throated mountain gem, and the third is the Rivoli's hummingbird, which are both larger hummingbirds. We used thermal imaging cameras to record the surface temperatures of these individuals over the course of a night, and we already knew from previous work that all of these three species can stay normothermic or use deep torpor at night. Our first question was, can hummingbirds facultatively use a combination of both shallow and deep torpor? And we found that yes, all three species can use both shallow and deep torpor. We then wanted to know how the frequency of torpor use changes with individuals and across species. And we found that the black-chinned hummingbird used deep torpor almost every night. This is the surface temperature per individual. So each vertical line is the summary of the temperatures of an individual over the course of a night. And the colors here are the different metabolic categories. We found that the blue-throated mountain gem sometimes used deep torpor, sometimes used shallow torpor, and sometimes stayed normothermic all night. The Rivoli's hummingbird seemed to be the most variable and flexible in its use of the different metabolic categories. By comparing the proportion of the night that each species spent in each metabolic state, we found that the black-chinned hummingbird used deep torpor the most. The Rivoli's hummingbird spent the most time in shallow out of the three species. Next, we ran a linear regression model for each metabolic state of surface temperatures as a function of ambient temperatures. And we found that normothermic and shallow torpor had very low slopes. So they maintained high body temperatures even if ambient temperatures got cold in these metabolic states, whereas deep torpor had a very high slope with ambient temperature, as we'd expect. Our next steps are to integrate transcriptomics, respirometry, gut microbiome studies, and thermal imaging to look at gene expression and gut microbiome composition and function across these different metabolic states. Thank you.